Hello from California. I am Haiying Zhang, Director of Global Business Development at the U.S. High Bush Blueberry Council, USHBC. It is truly a pleasure to join you virtually for the 2025 Blueberry Season Kickoff event in Vietnam. While I wish I could be with you in person, I am honored to help open this exciting season. To all of you present today, importers, retail partners, chefs, media friends, and blueberry fans, thank you for being here and for your continued support of U.S. blueberries. Your efforts have played a vital role in helping us grow awareness and demand for U.S. blueberries in the market of Vietnam. So thank you. With that, I do want to share with you some exciting information about U.S. blueberry production and what we are planning to promote, how we're planning to promote blueberries in Vietnam. And I do have a slide deck to share with you. So next, I will start sharing my slide and turn off the video, but I will come back at the very end of this video. All right. As I mentioned, it's truly an honor to be here with you today. And I will take this time to thank you again. With that said, let me first introduce to you what is USHBC. And USHBC is basically a nonprofit agricultural program under USDA. And we represent over 12,000 blueberry growers and importers across the US. And our mission is to grow a healthier blueberry industry by promoting blueberry consumption, both in the US and around the world. And Vietnam is one of our most exciting growth markets. So at USHBC, we do more than just marketing. We support research on the health benefits of blueberries. We help farmers adopt more sustainable practices and share insights and tools to help our partners around the world, like you, to bring blueberries to more people, more consumers around the world. So around the world, you're looking at our key export markets around the world. We have 7 markets in Asia and also in North America, and we have Canada and Mexico. These are the markets that we're focusing on, we're promoting with our promotional programs. And over the years, we have seen our blueberries, US blueberries exports to the world increasing. This is in 2024. We exported more than 169 million pounds around the world. And predominantly so it's if you're looking at the blue represents fresh, and so it's more fresh driven, and then followed by frozen. The green is dried. So the total growth rate for the last since 2020, actually, we're looking at an aggregated annual growth rate over more than 10%. As I mentioned earlier, Vietnam is definitely one of our fastest growing market. In 2024, U.S. blueberry exports to Vietnam reached more than 200 million pounds. And that's a 64% increase over 2023. And the format mix looks like fresh represents 85%, and frozen represents 5%, and dried represents about 10%. So it's a fresh dominant market in Vietnam, followed by dried and frozen. Next, I would like to talk a little bit about what does the U.S. blueberry production look like? Basically, how does supply look like for 2025? Before I go into the numbers, I would like to share with you a short video, The Story of Blueberries. And this video provides a behind-the-scenes look at where U.S. blueberries come from, how they are grown, and the care our farmers put into every harvest.
Ah, yes, the blueberry. You've had it, you love it, you've used the emoji. But do you know how it gets to your table, your kitchen, your cocktail? These days, blueberries are grown year-round in North and South America. In North America alone, nearly 1 billion pounds of blueberries are grown each year. From fresh to frozen, blueberries start on the bush. Fresh blueberries are typically harvested by hand, working through bushes at various stages to ensure that only the ripest of berries leave the bush. These hand-picked berries are then sorted, packaged, and on their way to you in their truest form. For frozen blueberries, state-of-the-art harvesting machines move through rows of bushes, shaking loose hundreds of blueberries per minute. From there, blueberries are washed and sorted before traveling through a freezer at negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. These berries go from peeled to frozen in a matter of hours, ensuring that they're frozen at their freshest point. From fresh to frozen, dried to canned, juiced to puree, blueberries offer unparalleled health benefits, vibrant, versatile flavors, and a snackable size that's hard to beat. Boost your breakfast, your afternoon snack, your daily special. Grab a boost of blue.
Still eating oats for breakfast? Go ahead and
I hope you enjoyed the short video. So now let's take a look at where U.S. blueberries are grown. Blueberries are grown in many parts of the United States thanks to our diverse climates and microclimates. So our major production regions include, and we're going to start off on the Pacific Northwest. This is the largest growing region. And this region includes two main states, Washington and Oregon. And the harvest season usually starts anywhere between June, July, all the way through September to October. And this is also one of the states, the region that export the most of U.S. Blueberries. And then staying on the West Coast, we have the California region. And this is where I'm from, and in the state of California. So California is also a very important export state. And then we can go to the southern region. And then this one actually is a pretty good blueberry growing region. A lot of fresh blueberries are grown in this region. And the Southeast region is an important domestic region that includes the state of Georgia, Florida, and Carolinas. And their season starts very much earlier than the West Coast, and usually starts March and April. And then we can go to the Midwest. And this one includes the largest state in this region is Michigan. And this has been a traditional blueberry powerhouse. And we do have a few large processed exporters situated on the state of Michigan. And Northeast is basically the main state is New Jersey. And this is New Jersey has a very deep-rooted history in blueberry cultivation. So we work with over 12,000 farmers, as I mentioned earlier, across the U.S. And many of these farms actually are family owned, and they have been growing blueberries for generations. So now I would like to share a little video. I want you to hear from one of our blueberry farming family and from California, where I am.
My name is Scott Critchley, and this is my wife Mandy Critchley, and we are third generation California blueberry growers. Started Critchley Family Farms in 2007. We planted our first block of blueberries in 2010.
Came home one day and said, babe, do you want to help with some farming stuff? Sure, that'd be great. What can I help with? So at that point, I was engaged in handling our food safety program. As time has continued, where people are very interested in how their food is grown and where their food is grown, really being an advocate for not only the California blueberry industry as growers, but advocates for the ag industry.
We were looking for something that was a little bit different from what we traditionally had grown. Blueberries grew very, very well in our area in the Central Valley. We have adequate chill hours every year. Our mild summers on the front attribute to a good quality, flavorful fruit. Generally, I'm in the field by 7:30 in the morning. I'm checking, I have kind of a routine on which ranches I check, which day, which time. And then I get on the phone and connect with our retailers and customers before I wake up the girls, feed them breakfast, get the girls to school. Between the ranches and the packing facility, we are just going all day long, usually till the job is done after the fruit is packed. We're constantly in the field monitoring the color and also the taste. And that's kind of when we decide when we're going to pick. We are always challenged by what the new varieties that are out there to plant, because not all varieties grow good in this area. It's definitely a passion. So it's not something, it's not work, it's not a job. It definitely is our passion. Our family, we enjoy eating blueberries, especially when they're fresh in the field, but at home, during the season, we pack them in the freezer, so in the winter, we're still able to enjoy it. And the girls, we enjoy baking, so we put blueberries in just about everything we eat. And we've been able to connect in many different ways, and from starting at the ranch level and from when we first started planting our berries to where we're at today and being able to sell and distribute. But we do have our challenging days, but most of the time everything is good. So, but those are all opportunities for growth and maturity and till death do us part. That's right.
I hope you enjoyed the video. And what a beautiful family. And like I said, we work with so many families like this who have been in the business for generations. And there's definitely a passion for the business. And I hope you see where the behind the scenes and the love they put in for the blueberries that you see and you buy. With that, let's take a look at some numbers. So this is this slide shows the production where we have been since 2020. As you can see, the overall trends of production from 2020 to 2024 definitely is an upward increase in productions from on the U.S. With U.S. blueberry, high bush blueberries. Last year in 2024, we reached almost close to 736 million pounds. And majority of that is fresh, totally about 60% about, I would say actually 54% fresh and 46% processed. Now, I do have a projection here for 2025, and I wouldn't pay too much attention at the numbers right now. I just want to give you an idea that we are looking at a comparable production number for 2025, meaning we will have a consistent supply for 2025. The 721 million projection, this was based on projection from each of the 10 states about a few months ago. As you know, we're still way too early in the season, so this is a very conservative number. By all means, really the industry is optimistic about at least achieving the production number to the 2024 level. So with that in mind, so here again is looking at by state. As you can see, Washington is the biggest producing state, followed by Oregon, and that's all in the Pacific Northwest, and also they export the most to the international market. And going to the south, Georgia is in the southeast, where the third producing state, and Michigan, as I mentioned, is a powerhouse where quite a few exporters who in the process space are from Michigan. And then followed, of course, is the next one big state is California. So projection for next year, so we're very comfortable for 2025 to really achieve at least a 2024 production level across all the states. This is looking at, let me cross this one. This is looking at the fresh production. As I mentioned earlier, again, Western states, Washington, Oregon, and California, all part of the Western region, the biggest region right here, and followed by, this is fresh, and then followed by the southern states. This is where we have all the Georgia, Florida, and Carolinas. And for processed, again, projection, again, really definitely dominated by the Western states, from looking significant higher than the rest of the regions. Again, definitely Western states is the biggest region that exports to international markets. So we produce not just fresh. We actually produce many formats here. So on the process side, we're talking about frozen and dried juice and pureed and blueberries all together. And so each format offers unique advantages and usage. And to ensure the best experience, we have developed specific handling guidelines for all blueberry formats. So whether it's frozen, whether it's dried, or different types of dried, different types of frozen, from how it's processed, how the packaging characteristics. So that's very helpful for usage, and how to storage them, and to liquid, and all the other specific formats. The bottom line is blueberries are incredibly versatile. Whether you're importing for retail shelves, developing new bakery items, or crafting a blueberry-inspired dessert, we have the format that can fit your need. And with that in mind, if you want to get connected with our U.S. exporters, here is a supplier database. And in the middle, this is a QR code. If you can scan this code, you can find all the contact information for the U.S. exporters. Currently, we have about 62 of them on this list who are ready to export to international markets. So next, I want to talk about health and nutrition. As I mentioned, one of HBC's responsibility is actually to conduct health and nutrition researches. So what over the years, from 2005 to 2023, we have funded over 80 scientific studies. And all of the studies help us to understand how blueberries can support the overall health, whether it's heart health, cognitive function, increased cognitive function, and just the overall well-being. And in 2025, we have more studies to come. And these 10 studies here are scheduled to be completed all this year. And but I do want to remind everyone, as one of the programs under USDA, we have to follow USDA guidelines on how the nutritional and health benefits should be communicated to consumers. So here's a QR code for our key health and wellness message map for the market of Vietnam. So with that in mind, there are specific things that we should be able to follow. The health and nutritional benefits for fresh and for frozen and for dried product formats. So overall, we can safe to say that blueberries base improves overall health. Okay, whether it's fresh, frozen, and dried blueberries, and they are full of antioxidants. They're good. They're superfoods, and basically are good for your heart health, for digestive systems, and they contain antioxidants and the essential nutrients for our body, dietary fiber, vitamin C, vitamin K, and manganese, and they are good source of dietary fiber and vitamin C. So with all of these key messagings and should be reflected in our consumer education, and I hope you guys have gotten a chance to witness that. With that, next I would like to share with you what we have been doing in Vietnam promotional wise. So in 2024, our promotional efforts are centered around these 4 pillars: retail promotions and partnership with food service and food manufacturers, and educating or communicating with consumers, and also exhibiting and participation in various trade shows and conducting various trade meetings. So with that in mind, I would like to share with you a short video that actually is generated by our in-market office in Vietnam. And this video summarized what we've been doing in 2024. Well, I love the music. Well, looking ahead in 2025, we are bringing even more exciting activities to the market, starting with consumer marketing campaigns. And we're going to promote the flavor and health benefits of USA blueberries. And I hope all of you are following us on our Facebook and Instagram. And we will be working with various influencers and throughout the various campaigns and activities. And I'm we're hoping that they can help us to amplify our messaging and to basically generating awareness about USA blueberries to bring messaging to more Vietnamese consumers. And retail promotion has been very successful in market, and we're going to continue with this effort. And you will see us promoting whether it's fresh or dried blueberries in supermarkets, fruit shops, and we will starting actually very soon. Some activities will start in Q2 in May and June, and then really the high season will be in Q3 and continued into Q4. Trade shows and meetings, yes, we will be exhibiting in various more trade shows this year to connect with our trade communities. And this is actually, we just participated in the food and hospitality show in Hanoi in March. Great receptions. Interacted with quite a few retail partners and importers there already. The next show we have, one is in June and one in August, and also we're participating in the Asia Food Logistica in Hong Kong this year. So if any of you are going to that show, please let Francis or Long know, and we can help you to book business appointments to connect you with our US exporters there. And continuing on our efforts by working with food processing and food manufacturing industry professionals. And we have 3 educational cooking demo and seminars planned. And also we are ready to provide one-on-one consultations. Should you have any questions on application, product development. So these are basically our schedules for 2025 for retail promotions, seminars, and trade shows scheduled globally. As you can see, this is starting with retail promotions, and this includes all of our export markets. But if you can see Vietnam starting in Q2, actually in May, and going to high gear here in Q3, and followed by Q4. Technical seminars, as training seminars, partnering with food service and food professionals, continuing, and our trade show schedules. So with that, this concludes my presentation. So I'm going to come back to the video. So thank you for your attention, for listening to my presentation. And as we begin the 2025 blueberry season, I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to each of you again for your continued support. And really, your creativity and commitment have helped us to bring US blueberries to more consumers across Vietnam. And whether it's through product developments, retail displays, retail sampling events, media coverages, and culinary innovations. So we really appreciate all of your efforts. And I hope to visit Vietnam in the coming month. And hopefully I can connect with many of you face-to-face in market. So until then, thank you once again. And here's to a successful, flavorful, and fruitful season ahead. Thank you very much.